Cleopatra once said that no man would ever find her tomb, and for over 2,000 years, she was right. But now, fate seems to have chosen differently. Because the person who may be about to reveal Egypt's greatest secret is not a man, but a woman. But what did Cleopatra hide that was so important she wished to disappear from history? Was it just pride, or could there be a secret buried with her? One capable of changing everything we know about ancient Egypt. Today, on Truth Explosion, you're going to discover the story of a queen who defied empires, and of the archaeologist who might be about to rewrite history. 1. The Legend of Cleopatra. Few figures in human history have been as fascinating, enigmatic, and surrounded by controversy as Cleopatra VII, the last queen of Egypt. Born in 69 BC, Cleopatra inherited not only a throne, but an empire weakened by political intrigue and growing pressure from Rome. At a young age, she had to fight for power within her own family, against brothers, sisters, and even generals. But Cleopatra was no ordinary queen. She spoke at least 9 languages and studied philosophy, politics, economics, and science. Her intelligence was recognized even by Roman historians who considered her an enemy. And beyond her intellect, she possessed charisma and powers of persuasion that would mark history forever. Throughout her life, she became the lover of Julius Caesar, then the companion of Mark Antony, and faced the most powerful empire in the world head-on. But after her defeat against Octavian, the future Emperor Augustus, came a tragic end. The official story says that in 30 BC, Cleopatra took her own life in her palace in Alexandria, possibly with the bite of a serpent. Mark Antony, wounded and defeated, is said to have died in her arms. And then, in one last act of control over her own story, Cleopatra gave a mysterious order that she be buried in a secret place, beside Mark Antony. And according to legend, she said that no man would ever find her tomb. That phrase echoed through the centuries, as a curse, or perhaps as prophecy. 2. The mystery of the tomb. Unlike other great pharaohs such as Tutankhamun or Ramses, the resting place of Cleopatra has never been found. And that, in itself, is extraordinary. Think about it. We're talking about one of the most important figures of the ancient world, whose life and death changed the course of history. Yet no one has ever been able to locate her burial site. The reason? A cruel combination of factors. Earthquakes that destroyed Alexandria, tsunamis that sank parts of the city beneath the sea, centuries of shifting sands covering temples and palaces, and perhaps Cleopatra's own wish to remain hidden. Today, Cleopatra's tomb is considered the holy grail of Egyptian archaeology. And this search isn't just scientific, it's emotional. Many archaeologists say that finding Cleopatra would be like bringing one of the most passionate chapters of human history back to life. 3. The modern quest. For over 2,000 years, explorers, looters, archaeologists, and adventurers have searched for the Queen's tomb. Alexandria has been combed, temples excavated, and submerged ruins investigated. Nothing. But in the early 2000s, one woman outside the traditional academic world decided to challenge history itself. Her name, Kathleen Martinez. Born in the Dominican Republic, Kathleen was originally a lawyer. But from a young age, she nurtured a passion for ancient history, especially for the life of Cleopatra. To her, the queen was not just a symbol of power, but of resistance, intelligence, and female strength. Driven by this fascination, Kathleen gave up her stable law career and dove headfirst into archaeology. Her goal was clear: to find Cleopatra. 4. Who is Kathleen Martinez? Imagine this: leaving your Caribbean homeland, with no backing from major Egyptian or European universities, and declaring to the world that you're going to find the most sought-after tomb in history. Many laughed at her. Others said it was impossible. But Kathleen didn't give up. She studied, researched ancient texts, revisited forgotten sources, and concluded that if Cleopatra was truly buried beside Mark Antony, she must have chosen a temple devoted to the goddess she most revered, Isis. And that temple exists, Taposiris Magna, located 45 kilometers from Alexandria. 5. The Temple of Taposiris Magna. Taposiris Magna means the Great Tomb of Osiris. It was a magnificent temple dedicated to Isis and Osiris, symbols of the afterlife, rebirth, and eternal love. It made perfect sense for Kathleen to believe that Cleopatra might have chosen this place as her final resting spot, beside the man she loved most. And it was there that she obtained permission from the Egyptian government to begin excavations. Many traditional archaeologists dismissed her theory, but with every new discovery, Kathleen's hypothesis grew stronger. 6. The incredible discoveries. After years of tireless work, Kathleen and her team uncovered astonishing evidence. Ancient coins bearing the faces of Cleopatra and Mark Antony, statues of queens and gods, catacombs containing mummified remains of the elite, and more recently, a massive underground tunnel stretching over 1,300 meters beneath the temple. This tunnel has been described as one of the most impressive discoveries in modern Egypt, even compared to the underground aqueduct of Ephesus. Some believe it could lead directly to the burial chamber of Cleopatra and Mark Antony. The temple also revealed inscriptions and symbols linking Cleopatra to the cult of Isis, strengthening the theory that this may indeed be her hidden sanctuary. 7. Theories about the whereabouts. Despite the discoveries, the search continues. Some archaeologists believe the queen's body truly lies within Taposiris Magna. Others claim she was buried in Alexandria, now submerged under the Mediterranean. Some think the tomb was destroyed by natural disasters, and a few go even further, suggesting that Cleopatra made sure no one would ever find her body, fulfilling her ancient prophecy. But Kathleen Martinez refuses to give up. To her, the clues are clear, and each excavation brings her one step closer to solving one of history's greatest mysteries. Perhaps it's precisely this female persistence that makes her quest so symbolic. After all, if Cleopatra said that no man would ever find her, maybe she was foreseeing that a woman would. 8. The impact if it's found. Imagine, for a moment, cameras from around the world capturing the instant the tomb is opened, archaeologists lifting ancient artifacts, and then, before the eyes of humanity, the remains of the last queen of Egypt. It would be the greatest discovery since the tomb of Tutankhamun. It would change how we understand Egypt, Rome, and even the role of women in history. Cleopatra would no longer be just myth, literature, or cinema. She would once again be flesh, bone, and reality. And with that, new questions would arise. How did she truly die? How was she buried? What treasures or secrets rest beside her? Archaeology doesn't just answer the questions we have. It creates new ones, even deeper. The mystery remains. Maybe we're just months or years away from finally uncovering where the queen who defied empires rests. Or maybe Cleopatra will win once again, remaining untouchable forever. But I want to know, do you believe Cleopatra's tomb will ever be found? Or do you think she truly fulfilled her promise, never to be discovered? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read what you think. And of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Truth Explosion, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next mysteries we'll uncover together. Oh, and I've left a special video right here on the side that you'll love to watch after this one. See you there.